One of the biggest questions for any business is how can I acquire clients and how can I keep that cost to acquire a client low? In this video, I'm going to be talking about SEO in 2025 for local contractors and service-based businesses that are typically found on Google or even ChatGPT search. Now, I'm going to go over some differences between a traditional SEO agency and an AI SEO agency, because one of the biggest questions that I get leading up to sales appointments for our services is what makes you different. And I'm going to go over that right now in this video. So on the left-hand side, we have traditional SEO, and on the right-hand side, we have AI SEO agencies. And I'm going to explain what's the difference between the two models and how that benefits you as the consumer using these services. So let's talk about cost, right? Cost is one of the biggest things that people think about when they're entering a new marketing service, and is this going to work for me, right? So the service is relatively similar, but when we look at the costs, the traditional SEO agency averages around $2,000 to $5,000 per month for ongoing SEO services. And if you're not sure what SEO is, it's basically getting you found on Google. It gets you at the top of the search results on Google, as well as ChatGPT searches. Like a really more modern SEO agency is going to focus on that. Even if they are a traditional SEO agency, they should have some strategy in there to get you found through ChatGPT search as well as Google search. Search is changing as a whole. More people are turning to ChatGPT for their search questions and things that they're looking up more and more often nowadays. So it's important for SEO agencies to not only optimize for Google and other search engines, that other traditional search engines, I should say, versus a search engine like ChatGPT, which is not based on websites specifically, right? It's a more conversational type of approach that people take to try to find the solution or answer to a question, right? So just going back to cost though here, that is the average cost. It's anywhere between $2,000 and $5,000 depending on the agency that you're working with. And this is pretty common, right? And the results can be quite good over time, but they often require 6 to 12 month contracts, because you're going to see the best results from SEO when you're doing it over a long-term period. You can certainly get results within month 1 or month 2, but you're going to get best results when you stick with it for longer periods of time, because Google indexes the articles that you're writing and the keywords that you're targeting for. Now, for AI SEO agencies, the typical cost can be anywhere from $297 to $997 per month. There's typically no long-term contracts needed because our fulfillment is being taken care of by software and AI. Pretty much about 98 to 99% of it is at the very least. We do have some people overlook the content to make sure that it's being published correctly, that all the things are happening correctly, and if any adjustments do need to be made, that a person is still overseeing the system. However, that is very, very minimal work in comparison to a traditional SEO agency, which makes our pricing a lot more flexible and affordable for the same service, essentially, right? So the fulfillment side for traditional SEO agencies is when they have large teams and account managers and copywriters and designers. That all has a cost associated with it, which is passed along to the cost of the service, which is why these services typically are a lot higher. The fulfillment and overhead for AI SEO agencies is minimal, right? Because we have our process commoditized, we have it automated, and about 1 to 2% of that is manual, which is really, really a huge reduction in the fulfillment workload. And we don't need to hire more people to fulfill the services unless we have a huge volume of clients. So it makes a huge difference in the cost savings to you and still being able to pass the same result for the service, right? So at the time of this video, we are charging $297 a month because this is a newer offer for our agency. And over time, we are going to increase prices from $297 to $497 as we need to hire more people. So this is a natural progression for any marketing agency, is to increase prices over time as they have more overhead and they have to deliver the same services, but they're a growing company. So if you're watching this video at the time of this video, and while we're still a lean, small team, which we're able to be a much leaner, smaller team with much more clients because of the leverage that we have from AI, we're able to provide a very, very low cost for an extremely valuable service, right? So if you're interested in checking us out, there'll be a link in the description of this video to book a call with us and to move forward with getting this service working for you as soon as possible. Highly suggest checking that out before the prices go up, right? Because eventually our prices will have to go up as we start to hire employees, and that's just a natural progression of business, right? So for the speed and efficiency, the portion for traditional SEO agencies, there's a lot of manual work. There's slower turnaround in time, so you may not get up and running as fast. There's a lot more updates of the content that needs to be done manually, so even actually publishing the articles could take longer. Even though that they might have large teams and they might have dedicated account managers for your projects, there could still be times where employees get sick, or they have too much workload that's going on, and maybe there's your particular work is being put on the back burner a little bit longer than it should, right? Where an automated system is working efficiently at all times, and it's pumping out all the work that we need, and we're just overseeing that the work is good and allowing it to be published. So there's a lot less work for our employees to do. It's mainly just making sure that the work is good, and if everything looks great, then we just allow it to be published, right? And if there is some minor adjustments that we need to make, we make it, right? So it's not nearly as much workload for our employees. Now, the results is what matters, right? At the end of the day, the traditional SEO agencies depend heavily on human effort and expertise. Quality work can vary from different agencies. And with AI SEO agencies, AI analyzes massive amounts of search data instantly, and it's constantly optimizing what it's putting out, right? It's constantly learning what is getting better search results, what type of content is producing better results. So the more that we put into our system, more into our knowledge bases, more of what not to do, what more of it that is producing results. Hey, can you do more of this? Giving it more feedback. It's just getting smarter and smarter, getting better and better. And day in and day out, our system is just getting that much better. And that kind of system is really uncomparable, really, in the long run. I mean, you're going to see in a few years that almost all traditional SEO agencies are going to transition to AI SEO agencies, because it just won't make sense anymore to not leverage the technology. And another note that I just want to make is that your SEO agency should 100% be focusing on ChatGPT search, not just Google search. That is a huge component of what is going to make you stand out from 2025 and beyond. And if a traditional SEO agency is not transitioning to AI in their fulfillment delivery, there's a chance that they're not even optimizing for ChatGPT search as well, right? They're not thinking about AI and how they can use it for service delivery, but also how they can make you stand out as a business. So wanted to just point that out. AI SEO agencies are usually AI savvy and AI they're AI focused, right? They know that search is turning to AI, is turning to places like ChatGPT, and that's where consumers are also looking for your business. And we're making sure that you stand out there as well. So if you like this video, give me a like. I'll see you guys in the next one.